One of the commonly asked interview question is, how would you resolve a conflict with your coworker? So these kind of interview questions is generally asked to check your experience and how would you react in some particular scenarios. So the best way to answer this kind of question is not to say I have not encountered any sort of conflict till now, or instead of giving some this dicey, or showing that I am always right, I always work positively. Instead of that, you should always create a scenario. You should share your experience, and if at all you have not encountered any such conflict, or you are not comfortable sharing any such conflict in that particular time, then what you can do is you can create a hypothetical scenario. So it's always best to use star technique to answer that particular type of question. So STAR means situation, task, action, and result. So you should first of all specify the situation. So I will just give you a sample answer to that. So how I would answer is, I would say, I recall my initial days of my current organization. So when I joined my current organization, I was assigned to a project. On that particular project, there were a lot of experienced team members. They were experienced in terms of number of years, and as well as from the perspective of working on that particular client. And after working for few days on that particular engagement, what I noticed was the engagement in charge was having some negative attitude towards me. So he was kind of excluding me from all the team conversations, team meetings, team emails, and also dismiss my contribution to the team. Um, as a I'm naturally a positive team member. I always strive for contributing to the team. I always try to promote inclusion. I always try to showcase my best potential, and that's why I was not feeling best working in that scenario, that environment. So what I did was I started first of all assessing myself, whether there was something I was not doing correctly, or whether there was something I can improve. And then what I then thought of, thought of discussing that particular scenario with the engagement in charge in private. So I requested his 15-20 minutes in private. So we kind of sat in cafeteria over coffee, and we started discussing with some of light conversation by checking about ourselves, what how we are doing in our life. And then sneaking an opportunity, I kind of I discussed my concern. I said him, I was not feeling very comfortable working in the team, given I'm being excluded with all their team emails, conversation, etc. And after listening to my concern, the engagement in charge immediately apologized to me. And he mentioned that, the reason for my exclusion was more from the perspective that I was new to the team, and I was, not very experienced about that particular client. He didn't want it to, give me a lot of burden, etc. But listening to me, he also realized that I actually was very positive. I wanted to contribute to the team in best possible manner. And then he made sure in future that I'm included in all the relevant emails, conversations, and going forward, we worked together as a team, and we were able to contribute positively to the team. And as a result, it helped to take best out of me, and I was also awarded with a sport award on completion of that project. So this really helped to not only resolve that particular conflict, but also to bring best out of me. Yeah.